Ever place a trade only to watch the price reverse instantly, like the market knew your move before you did? That's the blind spot that Bookmap claims to fix. Unlike traditional charts, it claims to show you the hidden orders, liquidity shifts, and algo activity most traders never see. But does it actually work, or just overload you with these flashy heat maps? Well, I tested it live, and here's what you should pay attention to. So before diving into Bookmap Trading Platform features, I did what every cautious trader should do. I dug through the Bookmap reviews and the feedback. And not just the 5-star fluff either, but the messy stuff too. I mean the 1-star, the 2-star complaints, the frustrations, and the rants. And I came across one Bookmap review that stood out to me. This is a user who said that Bookmap was too hard to learn during the limited trial, and that it felt too expensive to continue. He highlighted that his experience with Bookmap Trading Platform was okay. Now, I'll admit, if you're trying to cram everything into a short trial window without diving into the education resources, yeah, it can feel like too much for sure. Bookmap isn't plug and play for beginners. It takes time. But here's why I didn't panic when I read that Bookmap Trading Platform review. First, it seemed like a rare case that people are complaining about this kind of thing, because other users don't have this kind of complaint. Second, Bookmap has an entire education section, including the Trader Lab and regular webinars. And that review didn't say anything about trying those. And honestly, when I got into the platform and started following Tom B's method, things just clicked quickly. And on the flip side, a lot of the traders in these reviews swear by Bookmap. One guy stated that Bookmap completely changed the way he trades. He talks about the real time and the heat maps and the volume bubbles and visible liquidity, like night vision goggles for the market that you're able to use. And you know what? That's exactly what it felt like to me too. And another trader said flat out that Bookmap's superior order flow tools and Tom B's Trader Lab were the best things to happen to his trading in like 20 years. That's a serious endorsement, especially when you're dealing with someone who's been through it all, right? All right, so let's actually now talk about the actual features and tools that are used in Bookmap. Because, for me, this is where the Bookmap trading platform really earns its reputation. Okay, the first thing that completely blew me away was the multibook. The multibook lets you see aggregated order book data from multiple exchanges on one screen. That means instead of flipping between exchanges trying to get a sense of this total liquidity, I get one unified view. It's kind of like having X-ray vision across multiple marketplaces. When I tested it, I immediately noticed trade clusters that I wouldn't have seen with just one exchange. Then there's trading directly from the chart. Bookmap lets you place, cancel, and modify orders in real time right from the visual interface. I could see when an order was executed, adjusted, or pulled in real time. And even though I typically execute trades on my broker's platform, I connected Bookmap to that account and I monitored everything from Bookmap itself. So that one shift made my whole process much more focused. And another addition that saves time is the add-ons manager. So in previous versions of Bookmap, you had to manually download files and install them to get extra functionality. Now you just go to the add-ons manager inside the app and you look for what you want and you're good to go. One click gets you access to everything. I grabbed a couple new indicators and I didn't have to deal with any weird Java files or any settings headaches. Now, if you're running a prop desk or working in a bank or high-frequency trading environment, the Bookmap Quant solution might be where your ears perk up. So this thing is built for full-scale integration, internal data streams, custom indicators, offline activation, all tailored for enterprise setups. I haven't personally needed it yet, but I can see why some of the big firms would. But one area I did test thoroughly was automated strategies. Using Bookmap's API, I experimented with scripting just a basic liquidity following bot. It was easier than expected. I didn't need to build something just from scratch itself. The API documentation and examples made it just super accessible. There's also trading from the DOM, the depth of market column. So some traders prefer that over the chart-based interface, and Bookmap gives you the option to do it. Personally, I like the visual element, but if you're coming from a more traditional DOM setup, it'll feel familiar. But, Bookmap isn't just about features. Their entire knowledge base is solid, detailed. I've used it constantly when I was, first getting started with it. Between that and the live streams, it honestly felt like I had a coach sitting just over my shoulder watching me move. Now, I want to be real. How does all this compare to, competitors like TradingView? Well, TradingView is slick, no doubt. If you're doing traditional technical analysis, it's got all the indicators and community ideas you could ever want. But Bookmap pulls ahead with their real-time order flow. I'm talking about nanosecond level updates, heat maps showing where the big traders are sitting, like liquidity zones lighting up like a radar. That's why for active traders, Bookmap isn't just a nice to have, it's a genuine edge. But you know what? All right, nothing's perfect, and Bookmap is no exception to that. While I'm all in on Bookmap now, there were a couple of bumps early on. First up, the learning curve is real. Bookmap doesn't spoon feed. These visuals can also be, overwhelming at first, but that's also kind of the point. The more complex the tool, the more powerful it tends to be. And honestly, once I took a few hours to go through the beginner's guides and start watching the live sessions, things started to make sense. It was like a puzzle clicking into place. So yeah, expect a bit of a learning curve, but if you stick with it, it rewards you fast. And the second is, if you're only casually trading or checking charts now and then, this program might feel like overkill. Now, Bookmap is built for people who want to go deep into the data, not just those dipping a toe into the market. And when it comes to cost, Bookmap isn't the cheapest platform out there, but it's not trying to be. You're paying for an edge, and that visibility, that detail, that control, that's what you're paying for. And I say it's priced fairly for what it offers, especially if you're serious about scalping or intraday trading. For casual traders, might feel high, but then again, if you're casual, a Bookmap might not be the right fit for you anyway. I recommend checking the link in the description of this video for the latest pricing info and whatever current promos are running. We try to keep it updated for you, so just check it out. But all right, what's the verdict here? Well, after weeks of testing and live trading with Bookmap, I can confidently say it's more than just a tool. It's a different lens entirely. It won't trade for you, but it will show you what most traders miss. If you want to stop reacting and start anticipating, this might be the missing piece. Check the link in the description of this video to get started with our special discount and coupon.